In this video, I'm going to show you where you can go to find your online class textbook, as well as where to go to find your class homework assignments. The first thing you're going to have to do is to log into your Dade Schools portal. And the best way to learn how to do all this is to follow along with me. So please take a moment to log into your Dade Schools portal right now. Once you've logged into your Dade Schools portal, I want you to find your schedule and click the red book next to your math class with me. Once you click on the red book, it's going to take you to this page. Now you should first make sure that you have the correct subject selected in the drop-down box on the right. As you can see on the screen, it shows geometry is selected. You can find the class textbook by clicking on Student Resources. For my class, you may not even need to use the class textbook because of my PowerPoints and my videos, which I'm going to be uploading to YouTube as well as to other online platforms that I'll let you guys know where to find. So you may not even need the class textbook, but just in case you ever need it, this is where you can go to find it. Once you click on Student Resources, it'll take you to this page which contains your online textbook. If you ever feel like you want to see more examples or read further explanations on whatever it is that we're covering, feel free to come here and look at the online textbook for additional help on your homework or for studying for exams. Okay, now your homework assignments will be located in this little section, which has the title. On my screen, it says assignments, but on your screen, it's going to say my assignments. So your homework assignments will always show up here. Now let's look at a few details in this column. This is the due date. Your assignments must be submitted before the due date. All of Mr. Yu's assignments are due by 6 a.m. on the due date. At 6:01 a.m., your assignment will disappear and will no longer be available for you to do. If you have not completed your assignment by that time, you will receive a 0 for your grade. To avoid confusing assignments from different teachers, all of my assignments will always have my name at the beginning. If it does not have my name, then it is not my assignment. For the purposes of this video, I've blocked out my name just because I don't want my name all over YouTube. All of Mr. Yu's assignments are set so that you could redo them up to 10 times. So there is no excuse for getting a bad grade on an assignment, since you can always redo it for a higher grade. When you redo an assignment, the questions will be slightly different. To redo an assignment, click on top of the words My Assignments, and a new window will open that will allow you to redo your assignment. Now listen very carefully. If when you do that, a new window does not open, you have to turn off your pop-up blocker on your phone or computer. So please remember that, because it happens a lot, and then I end up getting a lot of messages telling me that it's not letting them redo the assignment. It's because you have to make sure that you turn off your pop-up blocker on your phone or on your computer. Now let's take a look at a sample question from your homework. All right, this is what the homework assignments look like. So the first thing I want to point out is when you go to enter an answer, you may get a pop-up box like this that has different choices. And let's just look at it a little bit so that you can get an idea of how it works. But the main thing I want to tell you is that whenever you're first using something, it's going to take you a moment before you figure out how to use it, okay? So when you start using it, instead of panicking and acting like you've never used a computer before, start clicking around on the little buttons, and I promise you, very quickly, you'll get the hang of how to use this software. Okay, so for example, if you wanted to enter a fraction into your answer, you would have to hit that button, and that'll allow you to enter a fraction into your answer box. If you wanted to enter an answer that has a radical sign, you would use that button. If you wanted to erase an answer, you could use either the eraser on the left or hit that trash can icon on the right, and that'll erase everything you've entered. Those icons are over here. So again, when you're using the software for the first few times, play around with it. Okay? I promise you, if you just press a couple buttons and play with it, you'll figure it out real quickly. It's not that difficult. Now, the next thing I want to show you is at the top, there's a tab that says example. So let's check what happens when you click on that tab. When you click on the top at the example tab, guess what you get? You get an example with a full explanation on how to do the question, including the answer. It has everything there for you. So if you have a question that you're really stuck on and you're not really sure what to do, you can always click on the example tab for a full explanation. And then when you go back to your question, it'll change the question and give you a different question. It'll be similar, but the numbers will be different. So it's not going to be the same answer. Now to the right of the example tab, you have another tab that says step by step. If you click on the step by step tab, the software program will guide you into answering the question one step at a time. So that's another option that you have if you're not sure on how to answer the question. Some of your assignments will require you to do a graph. In order to do a graph, you're going to have to first select that button. That button will allow you to plot points and lines on the screen. It'll take you a few tries to figure out exactly how to work it. For example, for this graph that you see on your screen, I had to first select that button to plot a point. And then in order to do the rest of the line, I had to click on top of the point, hold it down, and drag it in order for the line to appear. Okay, so when you have questions like this on your assignments, again, you have to play with it. And I promise, after you click around a couple times, you'll start to see how it works and get the hang of it, okay? Finally, when you are done with your assignments, you must select Turn It in order for your assignment to be submitted. If you only select Save, your work will be saved, but it will not be turned in, and you will get a 0. So just to make that more clear, when you're done with your assignments, you're going to have two buttons. One of them says Turn It in, and the other one says Save. If you save it, but you don't turn it in, I don't receive it. So when I go to check who did their homework, it's going to show as if you didn't do anything because you did not turn it in. So if you want your teacher to receive your homework, you have to always hit Turn It in when you're done in order for me to receive it. Okay, and that's it for this lesson. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share.